Hello students, good morning to all. Myself Devaraja Shubha, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Pondicherry College of Engineering. My subject code is CE8391, Construction Materials. Today in this class I am going to discuss about test on cement, which comes under Unit 2, Lime, Cement, Aggregate and Mortar. So method of testing, the two method of testings are there, that is field testing and laboratory testing. So field testing, so first if you open the bag of the cement and take a good look at the cement, it should not contain any visible lumps, that is noodles like substance, it should not contain any lumps. The color of the cement should be greenish gray. The color of the cement should be greenish gray in color, and it should feel cool when thrust into the back of the cement. And if we touch the cement, it should give a smooth feeling and not a gritty feeling. And when we throw the cement on a bucket full of water, what happens is the cement will float if it is of quality, good quality, and it sinks if it contains impurities. That is, if the cement contains impurities, it will get sinks. So when we make a stiff paste of cement, so how will we make the paste of cement means with the help of water and cement. The water and cement is mixed together, the paste will be formed. The stiff paste of cement and is produced, and if you cut it with the sharp edges and kept on a glass plate under water, there won't be any disturbance to the shape and it should get strength after 24 hours. So for this testing, that is strength testing, briquettes molds or cube molds are used. So briquette molds of size 75 mm into 25 mm into 12 mm and concrete block of size 25 mm into 25 mm into 200 mm are prepared and checked for the strength. So the briquettes of 75 mm mold, that is 75 into 25 mm and 12 mm, are prepared and they are kept under water, and after 3 days the strength will be tested. In case of concrete block, it is tested after 7 days. So by using this, the test will be formed. The strength will be checked. So that's about the field test. So next one is the laboratory test. So in this test is done in the lab. So that is then only that is so that it is said to be laboratory testers. The laboratory testers are fineness test, standard consistency test, setting times test, strength test, soundness test, heat of hydration test, chemical composition test. The strength test is again divided to, that is the tensile strength test and compressive strength test. So first of all, I am going to discuss about the fineness test. So the fineness, from the word itself, you can understand what is the fineness test. We are going to find the fineness of the cement. So this, because of this fineness of cement, it has great influences, or it influences the rate of hydration, rate of gain of strength, and evolution of heat. So because of this fineness, this fineness will decide the rate of hydration, rate of gain of strength and evolution of heat. If the cement is finer, it offers greater surface area. The disadvantage of fine grinding of cement is that it is susceptible to acid and early deterioration. Early damage will be happens to the cement. Maximum number of particles in a sample of cement should be less than 100 microns. So the number of particles should be less than 100 microns. The smallest particle should have a size of 1.5 microns, and large particle should have a size of 10 microns. The fineness of cement is tested in two ways, that is by sieving or by determining specific surface by air permeability. It is also known as surface areas test, and this air permeability test is checked by the instrument known as Blaine's apparatus. So this is the graph showing you the specific surface area against compressive strength. So if the compressive strength is 30 Newton per mm square, then for 7 days the specific surface area is 250 meter square per kilogram per meter square. So first of all, I have told you that is sieve test is there for finding out the fineness of cement. Sieve test will be there, and another test is air permeability test. So first of all, I am going to discuss about the sieve test. So for making the sieve test, take correctly 100 grams of cement on a standard IS sieve number 9. So that is the IS sieve number 9 means the sieve of size 90 micron. So this is your sieve. This is the 90 micron sieve. For testing the sieve test, you should take a 90 micron sieve and break down the acid lumps and of the cement. So the cement have some lumps. Break down the lumps and sieve it and weigh it. So after taking the this cement, that is 100 grams cement in this sieve, what you have to do is you have to shaken in the clockwise direction, in anti-clockwise direction, and in backwards direction. After doing all the shaken or use the shaker machine. After doing the shaking, what you have to do is you have to find out the weight of the residue left behind the 90 micron sieve. So after sieving by using this sieve sieve set by sieve shaker or by the help of hand, what happens is many of the particles flow and settle down in the pan that kept under this sieve set. So after that, what you have to do is you have to take the weight of the residue left behind after shaking the sieve set. After that, what you have to weigh it, and the weight should not exceed 10% for ordinary cement. That is the weight, that is you are taking the 100 gram of cement and the weight of the cement is 50 gram or 40 gram. You have to find it the percentage, that is 40 by 100. That is 4500 means the gram of cement, the weight of the cement. 40 by 100 into percentage 100, so that's you get the 4%. So after taking this percentage, the percentage should not exceed 10% for ordinary cement. And the sieve test is always rarely used. The weight of the residue should not exceed 5% for rapid hardening Portland cement. So rapid hardening Portland cement is the type of the cement. There are many types of cements are there. So this is also a one type of cement, rapid hardening Portland cement. So the weight of the residues should not exceed 5% for rapid hardening Portland cement, and it should not exceed 10% for ordinary Portland cement. So this is about sieve test. So next test is the standard permeability test. So this is also used to find the fineness of the cement. So this test is also, this is done by the Blaine's apparatus. This is the Blaine's apparatus. By using this instrument only, we will find the permeability, standard permeability. So this standard permeability test, in standard permeability, this test is also known as specific surface test. Specific surface test. So this test is better than the sieve test. Specific surface is the total surface of all the particles of cement per unit weight. It can be determined by air permeability method or by the Wagner's turbidity meter. By using two instruments we can find, that is air permeability method or Wagner's turbidity meter. So this Blaine apparatus is the air permeability method. So properly ground cement, that is a properly fined cement or properly crushed cement of ordinary Portland cement should not having the specific surface less than 2250 centimeters square per gram of cement or 1600 centimeters square per gram of cement if found by air permeability and Wagner's turbidimeter methods respectively. So in this specific surface, it should not exceed these limits. This is the Blaine's apparatus. So next one is the standard consistency test. So the standard consistency test is done with the instrument Bicat apparatus. So it is used to find this. What is the use of this standard consistency test? The standard consistency test is used to find out the percentage of water required to produce a cement paste of standard consistency. So this is also called as normal consistency, that is CP and C. So the standard consistency of a cement paste is defined as that consistency which will permit a wicked plunger having a 10 mm diameter and 50 mm length to penetrate to a depth of 33 to 35 mm from the top of the mold. So this is the setup of the wicked mold apparatus. So it has a metal frame. This wicked mold has a metal frame and it is attached with the moving rod. And the moving rod is attached with the cap and the handle. The movable rod has the weight of 300 gram and the diameter of this is 10 mm and the length is 50 mm. So the movable blade rod of 300 gram and the length is 50 mm. So that is fitted to the release pin. So because of this release pin, we can move this needle or move this plunger very easily, moving rod very easily from top to bottom or bottom to top. So it is this releasing pin is attached with the indicator and the indicator is graduated from 0 to 40 mm to denote the reading. So this release pin, that is whole setup, is mounted on a non-porous plate. So in this Bicut apparatus, we are using the same Bicut apparatus for finding out the setting time of the cement also. So for the setting time of cement is divided into two types. That is the initial setting time of cement and final setting time of cement. For testing initial setting time of cement, we are using we are using plunger for needle for initial setting time, and we will use another annual collar is there, that is for testing the final setting time, and plunger for testing the consistency. So for doing this consistency test, what you have to do is a trial paste of cement, that is 300 gram of cement and water, that is 30 percentage by weight. So for 300 gram of cement, 30 percentage means 990 gram. So 90 gram of water is taken and this two cement and water is mixed together and placed in the mold. So I fill it in Vickers mold. So this is the mold, cement mold of Vickers apparatus. So fill it in the Vickers mold mix it and fill it in the Vickers mold within 3 to 5 minutes. After filling, shake the mold to expel the air. A standard plunger 10-meter diameter and 50 mm long is attached and brought down to touch the surface of the paste and quickly released. Note the reading according to the depth of the penetration of the plunger. Conduct trials continuously by taking different water cement ratios. First, what the ratio will take as 30%. So, conduct trials continuously by taking different water cement ratios till the plunger penetrates for a depth of 33 2. So, what you have to do is you have to release this knob. So, that it will penetrate into the cement. So, after reaching 33 to 35 mm from top, you have to stop the trial. This particular percentage is known as the percentage of water required to produce a cement paste of standard consistency. This consistency is usually denoted as P. So this estimate is conducted in a constant temperature of 27 degree plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius. So this is about this Bicut apparatus, that is the standard consistency test. So next one is the setting time test. So the arbitrary division has been made for the setting time of cement, initial setting time and final setting time. the same instrument, that is Vickert apparatus, is used for testing the setting time test. So for first, what is meant by initial setting time test? So in initial testing times test, the time elapsed between the moment that the water is added to the cement. So the moment the water is added to the cement to the time that the paste starts losing its plasticity is known as initial setting time. Normally, a minimum of 30 minutes has maintained for mixing and handling operations. So it should not be less than 30 minutes. How they will test the initial testing is they just in the Vickert apparatus they keep the needle and fill the mold with the cement paste and water cement paste. After filling it, they keep this mold in the glass plate and keep it in the porous plate. After keeping, what they will do is they release the pin. That is the release pin. Release this handle. So by releasing this movable rod, what happens is the plunger will be up. That is the impression will be made. So they will check at what time the impression, that is plastic, will be losing. So by checking, they have find out the initial setting of the time should be 30 minutes. Then final setting time, the same procedure, but for using, instead of using this needle, they will use the annual collar. The time elapsed between the moment the water is added to the cement and the time when the paste has completely lost its plasticity and has attained sufficient firmness to resist certain definite pressure. It should not exceed 10 hours, and so that it is avoided from least vulnerable to damages from external activities. So here Vickert apparatus is used for finding the setting time. Take 500 grams of cement and add about 0.85 P. So 0.85 means this P is the standard consistency. So the standard consistency will be derived by conducting the test, that is the standard consistency test. The paste should be filled within 3 to 5 minutes and the initial setting and final setting time is noted. So next one is the strength test. So this is the most important of all properties of the hardened cement. So due to excessive stringage and cracking, the strength tests are not made on neat cement paste. Standard sand is used for finding the strength of the cement. Here the two tests are there, that is tensile strength is there and compressive strength is there. Tensile strength test, so take sand and cement, that is in the ratio 1:3. 1:3 ratio means if you take 1 kg of cement, you have to take 3 kg of sand. So take sand and cement mix and mix them for 1 minute with a water content of 88%. Mix these three ingredients thoroughly and the mixture is of uniform color. The time of mixing should not be less than 3 minutes and greater than 4 minutes, and molded into a briquette molded into a shape of the shape of the mold is the briquette of the shape. Keep the compacted cube in the mold, that is the briquette mold, at a temperature of 27 degrees Celsius or plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius and at least 90% of relative humidity for 24 hours. After 24 hours, the mold are removed and immersed in the clean fresh water. That is, after compacting, you have to keep in the relative humidity. Relative humidity means with the help of the wet sack or are covered with a moist cloth or moist sack and have kept it undisturbed for 24 hours. After 24 hours, what you have to do is the mold are removed and is immersed in the clean fresh water and taken for testing. And the tensile strength is found. The next one is the compressive strength test. This is the CTM to find out the compressive strength test. So in this area only the cube will be placed and the load is applied by using this machine and the compressive strength will be checked, obtained. So we will find the compressive strength. To determine the suitability of the cement for developing required compressive strength of concrete and mortar. So what you have to do is, for doing this test, we are testing the suitability of cement for developing the strength of the concrete and mortar is it have correct strength or not, that we are checking. So for checking that, what you have to do is you have to take cement paste as 1:3 ratio by gauging, that is 185 gram of cement, 555, that is 555 gram of standard sand and 74 gram of water. So by use this also kept in the mold. So mix it and kept this mixture in the mold. After 24 hours, take out and check it after 2 days and after 7 days. The mold is checked or kept in this between these two plates, and the mold cube mold is tested after 2 days and after 7 days. So not less than 11.5 Newton per mm square after 2 days, and not 17 for and not less than 17.5 Newton per mm square after 7 days. So this is about compressive strength test. So next one is the soundness test. So it is a very important test that the cement after setting shall not undergo any appreciable change of volume. To detect the presence of uncombined lime and magnesia in cement, we are doing this test, soundness test. This test is ensure that the cement does not show any expansion. It is to ensure that cement is showing any expansion, subsequent expansion or not. The soundness in cement is due to the presence of excess of lime combined with acetic acid at the kiln. So this soundness is due to high proportion of magnesia and calcium sulfate. Therefore, magnesia content in cement is limited to 6%. So the soundness test is tested by the instrument known as Le-Chatelier's apparatus. So this is the instrument setup of the Le-Chatelier's apparatus. So it has a small container, and this container is have a line, that is it can be split out into two halves, and it have two indicators, that is the handle like structure. Two indicators will be there and glass plate will be there. So split is not more than 0.5 mm. So this is splitted. It has a splitted line, that is it will be get splitted into two halves. The diameter of this is 0.5, sorry, 30 mm diameter. The method how to do this experiment is, so place the lightly oiled mold. So first we have to oil the mold on a glass sheet and fill it with cement paste. So fill this mold with cement paste formed by gauging cement with 0.78 times the water required to give a paste of standard consistency, that is 0.78 P. So if the standard consistency is 6%, it's 0.78 into 6 by 100. So that gram of water you have to take and make a paste and fill it in the mold. So after doing that, what you have to do is cover the mold with another piece of lightly oiled. So this mold is kept on a glass plate, and above the mold, what you have to cover the mold with a lightly oiled glass sheet. A place of small weight on this covering glass sheet and immediately submerge the whole assembly in water. So after keeping the covering with glass sheet, what you have to do is you have submerge or immerse the whole assembly in water at a temperature of 27 plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius and keep there for 24 hours. Measure the distance, that is measure the distance between these two indicators. Two indicator line will be there. Between these two indicators, have to measure the distance of these two indicators. So to the nearest 0.5 mm. So after that, what you have to do is submerge the mold again in water at the temperature prescribed above. So bring the water to boiling with the mold kept submerged in 25 to 30 minutes. You have to keep the or submerge the mold in the water, and what you have to do is you have to boil it with the mold kept submerged in 25 to 30 minutes and keep it in boiling for 3 hours. So what you have to do, submerge there for 25 to 30 minutes and keep it boiled for 3 hours. You have to submerge and you have to boil. After that, what you have to do is you remove the mold from the water and allow it to cool and measure the distance between these two indicator points. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to keep in water and you have to take the reading, and after you have to boil it. So boil it up to 3 hours, and what you have to do is you have to take the reading between these two indicators. So the split out portion will be with the help of the scale. You have to take the reading of this between two this indicators. That is the expansion reading. The distance between these two measurement indicates the expansion of the cement. So first, if it is of 75 mm, later that the expansion will be of 120 mm, like that. This must not exceed 10 mm for ordinary rapid hardening and low heat Portland cement. But according to IS, this expansion, that is the difference between two expansion, that is first reading and second reading, should not exceed 10 mm for ordinary rapid hardening and low heat Portland cement. If in case the expansion is more than 10 mm as tested above, the cement is said to be unsound. Next test is the heat of hydration. So cement with water is an exothermic reaction. Heat of hydration will be found out by using thermos flask. About 120 calories of heat is generated in the hydration of 1 gram of cement. Temperature rise of about 50 degrees Celsius is observed, and this causes expansion of the body of dam. To avoid this, what you have to do is you have to use a lean mix, pozzolanic cement. Pozzolanic means fly ash, organic gas. That is the pozzolanic material. So that type of cement you have to use. Artificial cooling material you have to use. Incorporation of pipe system in the body of dam, and apply cold brine solution. That is the salt solutions. Brine solution is salt solution. Testers to be carried out only in low heat cement, vacuum flask method for short duration, and adiabatic calorimeter for longer period. Two instruments are there. Vacuum flask method will be there. Adiabatic calorimeter test will be there. It should not exceed 65 calories per gram at 7 days, and should be less than 75 calories per gram at 28 days. Then chemical composition test, ratio of percentage of lime to percentage of, that is CO is the lime, to percentage of silica, alumina and iron oxide, when calculated by using this formula, it should not be greater than 1.02 and not less than 0.66. This is also called as lime saturation factor percent. So this is all about this is all about testers on cement. So we have discussed the testers on cement. There's a field test and the laboratory test. So in field test will be found out in the field itself. In laboratory test, it is tested in the lab. That is, what are the laboratory tests means? Fineness test, standard consistency test, setting time test, strength test, soundness test, heat of hydration test, chemical composition test. So this is all about testers on cement. Thank you.